Welcome back. You're still watching Guardians of Gaia, where we've been looking at many solutions and alternatives to the energy crisis. In a bit, we get to chat to Josh Dippenaar and Lynlea from Sustainable Energy Africa. Now, they've been at the forefront of promoting sustainable, efficient, and cost effective energy, whilst also addressing poverty, climate change, and environmental issues in the context of Africa. But before that, let's look at some energy stats as we head into Climate Count.
South Africa has the largest energy sector, being the second largest economy on the continent. As of 2015, 85% of people in South Africa have access to electricity, and 6.6% of electricity produced in South Africa in 2018 came from renewables. The national average daily consumption for a typical household, according to Eskom, is over 30 kilowatts. And the good news is that the country aims to decommission 34 gigawatts of coal-powered electricity by 2050. Sustainable Energy Africa promotes equitable, low-carbon, clean energy development in urban South Africa and Africa at large. It is done by research, capacity building, policy engagement, and information dissemination.
CE has been around about 20 years. We have been focusing on supporting municipalities in developing policy and offering technical support in the energy space. We also offer capacity building with all levels of local government. And the reason why we focus on urban areas or cities more in particular is because cities are constantly expanding and they are constantly evolving. And so we have more people coming into cities, meaning that there is a more demand for energy. So in the energy sector, there needs to be adaptation, and we also need to find a way to meet that demand, but also still have that demand met in a sustainable way.
Clean energy is important because climate change is a situation that we will need to face.
At Sustainable Energy Africa, we promote the efficient use of conventional electricity through various energy efficiency interventions such as solar water heaters, which are an efficient way to heat water as opposed to using an electric geyser. We promote hot boxes, which are thermal sort of blankets for pots. So you can heat your pot up to your cooking pot to the temperature required and then place it in this hot box, which then keeps it warm and reduces cooking electricity consumption. And thirdly, we promote the uptake of rooftop solar PV, thereby reducing customers' reliance on coal-fired electricity. The best for the economy and best for the general citizen because, it's low emitting, so it meets the climate prerequisites. It's the cheapest form of generating electricity. This is solar and wind power, and it's also distributed, meaning that solar generators can be situated in cities as opposed to large centralized fossil fuel generators. So this means that people in cities can generate power, they can build power stations in cities, and it brings the jobs to the cities as opposed to in sort of far away mining areas. So it's green energy is a great opportunity to democratize the energy sector, which is really exciting opportunity for low-income South Africans.
Energy has been accessible to urban communities in the sense that about 86% of urban areas have access to energy or are connected to the grid. But with that, it's also that we are about 90% dependent on coal power stations. But going back to that 86%, it shows that there is still a gap, and it means that people are still dependent on using wood and gas to access energy. And I mean, this disparity still needs to be closed.
Solar water heaters and hot boxes are just a few examples on how to save energy and leave a green footprint on our planet.
Renewable energy and generating your own electricity is expensive. The upfront costs of installing these technologies are high, and so it generally makes sense for governments to invest in these generators and then sell electricity onto customers, so that you as an electricity consumer only have to cover the cost of your monthly bill. But there are interesting financing mechanisms where investors, banks, municipalities can cover the cost of these systems, and then you as a customer pay them off monthly.
Government also has a part to play in the access to green energy for everyone.
B grade forms of energy services, and really using electricity that you buy from the grid is the premier way, the modern form of electricity services. It's clean, there's no emissions in your house, it's reliable. Well, at least most of the time it's reliable when Eskom plays along. But yeah, I just wanted to emphasize that, the end goal here is to have every house connected to the grid and buying affordable, clean electricity from the grid. That's really the ultimate goal. Secondly, we want to decarbonize the electricity on the grid, so reduce our reliance on coal-fired electricity and replace that with wind and solar and other sort of renewable, lower polluting forms of electricity generation. But that's definitely the end point and what we want to achieve by 2030.
In the not so far future, it's hoped that more people have proper access to the grid and support municipalities in order for them to deal with energy related issues.
We head over now to an ad break, and when we come back, we look at the value of waste and how it is turned into making energy. You don't want to miss it.